everybody, this is Ginger and this is Ginger Chat Show. And I hope all is well. It's been a very interesting weekend. I'm sorry. I've been dusting this morning. I'm fighting the dust. Anyway, of course you all know what happened on Saturday afternoon. Trump was shot at, and he was grazed by a bullet. He was basically wounded. And you would think with all his rhetoric that he has been espousing the last number of years, you think he would associate with words with actions, okay? And words have consequences, and words can incite somebody to do something which they know fully well they're not supposed to do, but they do it anyway. And you would think almost getting killed would change his attitude, okay? But since he's an ingrained narcissist, I don't think he has. He's right back to what he's doing, everything else. And it's not going to, when he says all these dumb and dangerous, stupid statements, it's not going to win him an election. It's going to make people dislike him really more, even more. I never liked him. I never have. Once he came down that escalator in 2016, and then he started stating all these things and what he did with, did to women and everything, that turned me off. I go, no, that's not a professional attitude. And not only that, he never held a public elective office. He never had any experience. So really, he has no business being, quote unquote, president of the United States. He's not qualified for the job. Well, since he was there for 4 years, he basically tried to screw things up, okay? Now President Biden is working to get everything, all the mistakes that Trump made, back on order, back the way it's supposed to be. And President Biden being classy and being, trying to show good sportsmanship, so to speak, in a political arena, Trump kind of basically slapped it back at him. Well, Trump is going to go back to being a spoiled little brat bully, and I don't think this incident on Saturday has changed him, okay? I don't think he really realizes how close to being almost done in by a Republican young man who is conservative. And I don't think any of the MAGA rats realized that this kid did this as a conservative and a Republican. It's one of their own. And Trump has radicalized one of their own. And, so anyway, again, action equals words more than anything. Okay. Now, and I don't think it really stunk in that he came very close to losing his life. I don't think it stunk in at all. Hi, Nancy. How are things in Wisconsin? I understand there were some storms rumbling around between Wisconsin and Illinois, and they're going to have some more wild storm today, from what I understand. So keep your eye to the sky. But I don't think Mother Nature's done with us yet. Now, also today, oh, it is stormy in your neck of the woods. Well, here it is, let's see, much cooler today here. 66 degrees, and it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This is nice. This is really nice. It's not too hot, not too cold. It's just right. That's the way I like it. You know, between mid-60s and 70s, and I don't think it's going to get that warm today. We had a lot of cloud cover this morning, which really kind of helped. And the Mother Nature's air conditioning system came in from the west. It also came in from the north. And so it kind of converged. So we have like a natural air conditioning system. I live closer to the Sound, Puget Sound, okay? Steilacoom is over that way, and they're right on the canal area, Commencement Bay area. So, but we do occasionally get some wild storms here, if conditions are right. Now on to the next little thing. You know what Cannon did? You know, she is so stupid. Not very smart. She just dismissed this morning the case against Trump on the stolen documents case there. What part of national security does she not like? Okay, hey Paula, hi, welcome. So immediately the Justice Department told her, no, there is a congressional mandate on this. It's that right there. And regarding our national security. So, and Jack Smith is appointed by the Attorney General, and he is appointed by Congress. So what part does she doesn't get? He is now quickly appealing to the 11th Circuit and said, she did wrong. This is obstruction of justice. Yeah, I agree with you there, Paula. I kind of wondered how much she was paid to do this. I wonder how much bribery she got. Not only that, now get this. Justice Thomas, he needs to be removed from the bench too. He was feeding her instructions how to do this. Now, the Supreme Court has no jurisdiction over Florida district, federal court district down there. Yeah, right. This is what they were saying. They said everything else is in place. It's just the indictment and the case has been dismissed. Well, the 11th Circuit can replace her. Yeah, it can be quickly redone, and they need to get a judge in there that has experience of handling CEPA cases like this. And yes, he's still under indictment. They can't dismiss it. It's a federal crime what he did. He stole those records. They don't belong to him. And I don't know. Well, let's put it this way. I don't think she understands the severity of this crime. I don't think she really does. And they need to get a judge in there that can do the trial. And the 11th Circuit needs to they need to remove her from the bench, period. That's what they really need to do. Demote her down to law clerk, and that's it. That's what they really need to do. They need to remove her appointment. She was appointed by Trump during 2020, or just prior to 2020. And, well, since he lost the race, her appointment should have been yanked back, and she should have been yanked back to law clerk. She never had any experience, courtroom experience, ever as a lawyer. So they need to have qualifications for something like this in this. Now Thomas, he needs to be removed. Both Thomas and Alito. And they need to clean up the corruption in the Supreme Court. And Mr. Roberts, John Roberts, the Chief Justice, need to put his foot down. He is their boss. He needs to put their foot down and say, no more corruption. Keep that up, I'll request to have you booted off. And the Senate Judicial Committee needs to remove him. Remove Thomas and Alito. And any of the other 5 MAGA lawyers, they need to remove them. What they were thinking, I don't know. They should have said, no, the president has no immunity. They're on equal footing as we are. They should be above the law. And of course you know that President Biden is not going to use this immunity crap. He goes, no, why should I? You know, the president has specific jobs he needs to do, and it's already in the books that, hey, he does it because, you know, he's working for the government, he's working for the people in the United States, because we, you and I, are the bosses, right? He works for us. And same way with the Congress, they work for us. And so we need to get rid of, what I mean by getting rid of is voting out. And now allowing them back in office again, the MAGA rats that are in Congress. We need to get rid of them, especially Marjorie Taylor Greene. We need to give her the boot. She is so stupid. And Boebert is stupid. And Comer's stupid. They're so blind to Trump. They should not have loyalty to that guy. Their loyalty should be to the American people, who they work for. Okay? The president sets the policies. They decide it, they discuss it, and then, you know, whether to vote or anything. And the president also, I think, should report to the American people. Okay, I want you guys' input on this. What do you think about this issue? What do you think we should do? And we'll put out a poll. Put out a poll to the people and say, okay, a lot of you have a lot of good ideas and good points you put out. And this helps me decide, okay? President Biden is always for the American people. He always has their back. We have his back, and this is what it should be, is having our back. We should give Trump and his company the big boot and say, no, we don't want any kind of policy like that here, ever. If they want their own little utopia, they could go buy a big island somewhere. I hate spam. I keep getting spam calls and I'm just, no. So, either buy an island somewhere and build their own little utopia, or have Elon Musk take them off planet somewhere. Their Project 2025 has no place here, ever. We have government institutions set up, and it's been working well for us for 248 years, right? And there's always room for improvement, right? And those guys, many of them that said, oh, well, this and this and this, I said, no, you need to go back and study your civics, okay? And they need to be pushed back. MAGAs need to be told the truth and pushed back, and stop being afraid to push back. If they don't like it, tough. If they get mad, tough. Makes them think. Okay, go look it up. Go take a civics course. And shows how things work, how things advance, why the laws were put in place for whatever reason. Okay? And yes, we need to work on the gun laws. We need to make things better. The Second Amendment is a right to keep and bear arms. Well, that was created during the Revolutionary War, or during when the Declaration of Independence and the Bill of Rights was created. Okay, it was during that time, during the 1700s. Because when the British troops did occupy the 13 colonies, they did take away the guns of the colonists. Okay, because they were afraid of overthrow and everything else. Well, we were tired of being stomped on. Okay, both stomped on tax-wise, stomped on gun-wise, or having the gun, because many of the colonists go out and hunt for food, and then they need the guns for that, and they need to have guns at that time to protect themselves from intruders, which seems to me the British don't seem to understand. Of course, they themselves were attacked a number of times. So, I don't know. Anyway, but that's why the laws were in place. But when it says well regulated, when in the Second Amendment, when it said well regulated militia, it's meaning the National Guard. That's how the Army and National Guard were created in 1775. And then, of course, 1776, the Declaration of Independence was created, and the Bill of Rights was created. So I don't think people like Greene and Marjorie Taylor Greene and Boebert and everything else, I don't think they studied their civics very well. And I don't think they studied their history very well. Okay? And this Project 2025 thing, doing away with the Department of Education, no. Mm-mm. Department of Education was not created until I think it was somewhere in the middle of 1800s it was created. I would have to look it up. Hold on a second. Let's see. Let me do this real fast here. When was? Okay. It had to be earlier than that. Okay. Actually, the Department of Education was founded in 1979 by Jimmy Carter, but I think it's been earlier than that. Because schools and colleges and everything else was forming in the 1700s and 1800s. many of those out west had like one-room schoolhouses, and they started building school districts and everything else. But it was 1979 when Jimmy Carter created a cabinet position for Department of Education, but I thought it was earlier than that. I would have to do some more checking. So anyway, as far as Canada goes, I hope that they put a new judge in her place and get the case reopened again and get it done, because he broke the law. And she broke the law by doing obstruction. And she should be arrested and put in jail for that. And she should be stripped of that job. And if any of them are upset by this, I go, no. A judge is supposed to be impartial. They're supposed to try, conduct a court case, you know, do all the procedures in there, have a jury, present the evidence, and make the jury decide the evidence, and they convict, find that person guilty, meaning Trump, again, convicted, and then sentenced. And Trump should be sentenced on the 34 count one. Now, how many counts on the SEPA case? I don't know, because he took a lot of boxes. Okay. Again, Trump is running from responsibility, and he said he was taught never to accept responsibility for his actions. That is wrong. Okay? Why do you think his dad got into trouble, and why do you think his grandfather got into trouble? Seems to run in the family, doesn't it? Okay, well, I will post this video on my YouTube channel, and I got some new, it's growing a little bit. I like to see it grow more. I need more subscribers there. Subscriptions are always free. And click on the bell to be notified when my videos are posted. I have not gone live yet, because I still have to get up to a certain amount of subscribers in there. So, have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Or not weekend. Feel like I'm still on a weekend. Wonderful day. Wonderful day, and I will see you on Friday at 1 o'clock. And be sure to insist, persist, and push back. I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.